Hi everybody, thanks for watching In the Loop Travel. John here, and we are in Alaska. Yes, this great destination is open again for travel and cruising, and we're on board with UnCruise Adventures, the SS Legacy. We're going to see everything this great place has to offer. Let's get out in the wilderness and have some fun with UnCruise Adventures.
We'll use like the clock method is what we call it. Right off the bat would be 12 o'clock. Back of the boat would be 6 o'clock. So that whale had just surfaced at 2 o'clock-ish. So if we say like, humpback whale at 10 o'clock, you know, what direction is that? That way. 10 o'clock, like that way. Don't, if I see anyone look at their watch and be like, oh, I got an hour to... No, that's right, yeah.
Good morning. Let's go see what the day has to offer for us. We're sailing here in Southeast Alaska. Here's a first look at our room. I'll have a room tour in a separate video coming up, and I'll try to link that below for you. Right outside our door. A lot of birds going over there. Oh, I just love how this looks in the early morning with the mist hanging on the mountains. This is Southeast Alaska. It's going to be a great week. Now we're going to start our morning with a little morning stretch session they have up on the third deck, fourth deck, the gym area every morning. Then it'll be a full day of adventure, day one, coming up. Come on, back up. Part of our morning stretch routine, a few laps around the deck. And as we go, we happen to see some creatures. Just saw some Dall's porpoises off the boat. We'll keep our eyes peeled. Work it, girl.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby.
Good morning.
Dude, they're coming right at us.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh yeah. Where'd they go?
Should be here pretty soon. Yeah,
There,
there
yep.
they go. That's awesome.
They're so pretty.
Right here in front of you. Morning stretch is over, so we're gonna head down now and get some breakfast, and then everything will start kicking off. They're gonna give us some options for what we can do today, going ashore and getting in the water.
Okay, so odd people, all you odd people, you guys are starting outside upstairs in the barn, okay? And if you're an even numbered cabin, you are in the lounge. 9 o'clock, and we will get things started. At 9 o'clock as well, during those orientations, I will be walking around and getting your sign-ups. So if you've never been in a sea...
A nice solid kind of forearm to forearm, and then she's going to do the other method where you sit behind the seat.
All right, folks aboard the SS Legacy. Once you are done with your activity orientations, We are going to be cruising and looking for some wildlife. So grab some binoculars and head out to the decks and the bow and look for some critters with us. We will have your activity sheets up before lunchtime is the goal, and lunchtime will be at 12:30 today.
Hey folks, so that was exciting to get to see a sea otter, and I encourage you, if you haven't seen that wildlife sightings board, throw sea otter on there if it's not on there. We want to keep track of all the amazing critters we've seen.
With pup.
With pup, yeah, that's important. Sea otter pup as well. So yeah, while we got some time before lunch, we'll just be cruising around. If you see any critters, let someone with the radio know. Everyone's got binoculars in their room, and feel free to use them on the deck, on activities. We got some stashed in the lounge as well. A good tip on how to use these, when you spot something out there on the water, I encourage you to try and find it with your naked eye.
See, that's the view from our room. We're right in cabin 208, second deck, port side. And it's hard to get any rest here. We wanted to just have a little relaxation in the room and lay down maybe, because we've been on the go since early this morning. But there's always something to see, always a whale watch being called, maybe some sea otters we've seen today, Dall's porpoises. It's incredible. So the excitement is always in the air here, and now the day has turned sunny and we're getting ready to have lunch and then go ashore. So I'm having trouble not being restless with all the excitement going on and all the opportunities to see amazing sights around here. But that's how it goes. I can sleep when I get back home.
Science and doing avalanche mitigation, and then Ben jigging people up when they get hurt on the slopes.
Okay, we just received the ship-wide call that there is a bear on the shore, so we're gonna join the crowd and try to see him. Now we did see a bear. He was right at the shoreline eating some grasses, not visible on this camera, but everyone else was enjoying it through their binoculars, and he was a little figure in the distance, but really cool to see. Looked like a pretty big one. There's the Sea Dragon getting underway, setting up for the afternoon kayakers.
Everyone's bushwhacked before, or any first timers?
First time.
First time.
All right, nice. Well, yeah, like I said in the route talk, totally different experience than walking on a trail. You know, we'll be looking for trails while we're out there, but not your typical hiking trail. Game trails that are utilized by wolves and deer and bear, you know, these ancient trails that wildlife use. So sometimes they're pretty navigable, other times we'll be swimming through the temperate rainforest. So it's my favorite way to explore Southeast Alaska.
That one says 150. Oh, yeah, you're right. I can read. I was testing that.
Come on the gap all the way down there. I will be You got your status board magnet as well?
Thank you. Hello.
Ready.
Handshake, there we go.
Perfect.
You've done
Yes.
that before.
I can take your bag.
All right,
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Yep, yeah, that works out perfect. Got a hand for you.
All right. I don't want to get in your
I
way.
don't think we have too many people, so it'll be fine.
Oh, that's good.
Hey.
Official sprays and atomized, they love the chili in it. They just they rip the cans apart, the bear spray cans, and lick it, and Wow.
That's amazing.
So it actually attracts when it's not atomized. Yeah, you don't fall out. So grab onto that if you're feeling unsteady. We're going to kick the engines up in a second. It's going to be hard for me to communicate with you. My name is Tyler. I am a deckhand on that boat, and they let me drive these little boats.
Usually that takes to like day 3 when people are feeling more comfortable. Right off the bat, this is going to be a good trip. I will say it's important to note who's in front of you, who's behind you, and figure out if they're a branch holder or branch letter goer.
Oh boy.
And then one more thing to look out for. This plant here, Devil's Club. If you take a look at that stem, you can see why. Really, really sharp thorns on there. Ooh, yeah, that's not super stable. Be careful of that. So sometimes these muskegs, can develop and kill off a forest. And there's this process in Southeast Alaska and everywhere on the planet of forest succession and the way forests evolve over time. Be careful of some of these mud ponds. Traveling through these sensitive soil ecosystems is kind of like the alpine tundra. So rather than walk on one defined trail, it's actually better to just kind of be shoulder to shoulder. Looks doable. A lot of times it's not.
And now see the bears! They're coming off the peak now! They're massive mastodon bears! I've once wrestled one with my tongue! Wimp!
It was delicious. Tasted good going down with a little bit of pepper.
Kayaks, and there's kayaks are on this little island when we get back. And I mean, I topped, but it wasn't too hard to get to.
Trees.
I'm going to
Take
touch
a
it.
moment and just look up at the canopy here.
Oh my gosh. It's so thick.
Oh wow. Has been here growing, evolving for a very, very long time. So some Sitka spruce still hanging around as a remnant.
Just straight up, I mean, almost unbelievable. You'll find them in mountain goat territory occasionally.
So we just got back from a really fun excursion, bushwhacking out in the wild. Had a great dinner. And you know what would cap off this night? The light is still out. The sun has been out all day. I think we're gonna hit the hot tub. Let's go. Only on an UnCruise adventure in Alaska. Another stunning day as we wake up and wander outside our cabin. This is 5 a.m. on May 24th in Alaska's Glacier Bay. Today we'll get up to some kayaking and some more exploration ashore. Thought I'd get the day started with a little workout. They've got a nice little fitness area up here. All kinds of equipment. And as I was getting ready to do my exercises, I noticed we got some porpoises playing around here this morning. Been swimming all around the boat this morning, popping up. Ah, there's one back there. Might have just missed him. There he is. Great, there's a couple. What a way to wake up. Hey, we're about to head out kayaking in Glacier Bay. I just want to let you know we have been traveling all week with Ryan and Kelly from Watch Us Wander. We've been having a lot of fun. They are friends and family, and they have a great channel that you need to check out. They're going to have some awesome content going up from this trip as well. Check them out, Watch Us Wander, and now let's go paddle. I got her working hard for me. I'll just do the filming here. It's a beautiful day in Glacier Bay. Looking perfect. What's your favorite part of coming to Alaska?
Kayaking. Doing all the work myself.
Don't let them know the secrets behind our production of these high production vlogs.
But we made really good time. Get it?
Chicago never put tickets on the truck.
Thanks, Kelly. Yes. Yeah, please.
Who has my binoculars?
No, I'm just kidding.
Cormorants are awesome.
You're cool too. Cool too.
It does, but we've seen them. Don't sound it right. Okay. That is.
Give us a tail.
Tail. Oh, he's like, you like that?
It's a new day and another new impressive sight on this trip as we wake up in the morning just outside our door. Our first glacier. This is Marjorie Glacier. We're gonna see a couple today. Morning.
How are you?
All right. Yeah. The iceberg just calved and dropped a big chunk in the water, and it brings a wave alongside ship here. Quite a big chunk must have fallen off here. Oh, you can hear the cracking. Orange.
I'll have some cranberry.
Cranberry.
All right.
Morning, everybody. It's breakfast time here on Legacy. The gang's all here, excited to explore some glaciers today. I think it might be a little more fun if we can see that glacier right up close. Let's hop in the kayaks and paddle our way in there. Looking good, guys.
My favorite activity.
It is
on the
gorgeous.
Columbia as well.
Yeah.
It's always funny too when we go and anchor the sea dragon up there too.
When you come to Alaska to really earn the initiation of a true Alaskan and a true uncruiser, you gotta get into the Alaskan hot tub. It's time for the polar plunge. Is this the line going this way? Let's do this!
3, 2, 1.
You're not gonna take your camera, right?
All right. Let's get a good countdown in 3, 2, 1.
You're not gonna take your camera, right?
All right. Let's get a good countdown in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's awesome.
So last week the crew approached me to put together a presentation on birds because they heard I liked birds and they were correct. You know, I want to give a shout out to my boss, Chief Mate Dave. You know, he's who really believed in me and gave me the encouragement to make this presentation.
I could really do laps around this deck all day long. The scenery is so incredible. It's like you're walking around inside of a painting. So we had another wonderful day in Glacier Bay. We got a few more activities left. Stays dark till late, so we'll get another chance to do some pretty cool stuff this afternoon. Cool thing about the UnCruise ships is that the captain's bridge is open most of the trip, so you should stop by, see how the activity happens as they navigate the ship right here. Great views as they take us along the journey. It's a big wheel.
Big wheel.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the 2Ls to it.
How is it to navigate in here?
This bridge is fabulous. It's one of my favorite bridge that I've ever been on. And I love the wheel. I actually come from a boat that we didn't have a wheel. We only had the non-follow-up lever to control the rudder. So I really like having the wheel. It's fantastic. And it's, looks cool.
Is it pretty easy shot into the island from here, or does it get a little tricky a little bit coming up?
Nice, it's a nice, easy approach, and the conditions are great. So I'm actually just going to skirt between these two islands.
On the left side of
The
it?
sea lions are hanging out at both ends, so we'll start on this end, and I'll just kind of like coast down. Yeah,
Nice.
and see what we can see. Lots of bird life. It's a wonderful little menagerie island. We got 2 depth sounders, 2 radars. We got 2 sets of charts, one on paper, which is our official navigation, and then this is our like backup reference.
Gotcha.
Right.
Are these depths that?
Those are depths in fathoms. Fathom is 6 feet.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm running on autopilot at the moment, but taking her off. We're on autopilot probably 90% of the time, which we've got some functions disabled, so that basically all it does is hold my my bearing. Like if I want to be going, 090, it'll hold me steady at 090, but it won't account for any like set from the current or wind drift or anything. So I have to keep making corrections, which keeps me engaged in the navigation even when we are on autopilot.
Gotcha.
Rushing water underneath the glacier is actually pushing. She was pregnant. She was found floating dead here in Glacier Bay. She was killed, unfortunately, by a ship strike. So, yeah, unfortunately, there's photos here you can actually see. They were able to come back. The colors are generally individuals will. Oh yeah, totally, because it drops in a big way. Oh, you found a track? It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Can you do it again for me, baby? Can you do it again for me? Finally back up a little bit. Yeah. Artisan shops all throughout the Pacific Northwest and Southeast Alaska. You can find these picked bears. Go under there to kind of access different areas. It's like a big food cache. Nice. So midden is a word that just means trash heap.
We left Glacier Bay late yesterday, so we had 2 great days there, and we've traveled overnight here and arrived this morning in Nico Bay. we're ready for another full day of activities. And that includes going for a shore walk today and find out what the intertidal zone is like. Until then, we'll continue with our morning ritual, get up and do our little morning workout, stretch, and warm up for the day ahead.
Well, welcome, folks, to a tremendously low tide here at Nika Bay. An opportunity for us to really delve into this hidden world here in Southeast Alaska.
A couple of years.
Yeah.
So we're hopeful. I'm hopeful.
Yeah, that thankfully hasn't made it up to Southeast Alaska, but it's been kind of a concern. We have two different ripped off, or unless they die. Yeah, so this is kind of like this would be like an average low tide. It would come down to this area. So they can deal with being outside of the water for a good period of time.
I need your hand.
Get the little urchin.
Yeah, the one urchin
Little
over to the right there.
Urchin there.
Yeah. Sea star, yeah.
There are literally things on every single one.
Yeah. It's a lot of these same sea stars.
Oh, and a hermit crab.
The little
What?
Yeah.
Bunch of hermit crabs. Little ones right in there.
Jeez.
Like flipping over big rocks.
So how frequently we're calling, nothing to be concerned about. That being said, if we do see any animals out there, remember, please don't run. You're gonna gather up behind me. I will have a conversation with the bear and then give you all instructions. Yeah, so that's the other funny thing about bushwhacking is what I think looks like a good spot and a good trail. For people that aren't used to bushwhacking, it does not. And so typically when we're on these shores, we get all of these Sitka alder trees coming down. And so we will have to be stepping over things, stepping through. Alder swimming and blueberry swimming are real things. That being said, I'll try to pick through a way that I think is going to be a good way. Normally, we'd have you kiss the banana slug. This one, we're not going to do that. We found it next to a nice pile of deer scat, so we won't do that. So our banana slugs can range anywhere from a really ripe banana, which is down in California, they're bright yellow, to kind of like the one we have here, which is like a moldy banana with some spots.
Dun, dun, dun.
Take the hull.
No, I think, well, most people take the hole, but you have to take the paws, at least one paw, and turn it in. Pretty regularly.
So what's interesting is what island was that study was done?
So we were on...
Is that Pavlov? It's a big camp. Have you guys heard about the artist hunt?
Yeah.
That's the easiest way to tell if a tree is dead without having to look up. Luckily, this is a very tall tree. I wouldn't have guessed it was dead until I saw these raw
Picture cones.
Yep, exactly.
I like your thought process.
Yeah. I can tell you it's not going to
Nice.
happen.
Goose will be fast.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
It's amazing what you do with such a small team. Yeah, that's got to go ahead there. You get to really figure out there's no way.
We've got Nicole. Nicole is celebrating her, I don't know, we're going to say 27th birthday.
It is my favorite. Thank you.
So our lovely pastry chef took time out of her day to make sure that we had that for you. So.
Thank you.
But thank you again all for being here. It really is wonderful that you're celebrating with us here at UnCruise. And again, I can't thank you enough from the bottom of my heart for being here. It is just amazing the turnout that we have to be able to do this. I've been just so happy to be back on board. If you haven't seen me joyously out there on my paddleboard or whatever I could do, it's just so much fun, and it really is fantastic to have all of you here. So again, thank you.
Where are you? There he is.
Oh my god! That was amazing!
Larry, photos.
Oh my god, he's in the...
Friggin' nailed that one.
It's just in the same spot over and over again.
We're trying to squeeze every last minute out of this trip. We're in the Lagoons here, just outside of Sitka, and it's our last full day on this trip with UnCruise Adventures in Alaska. We've had an amazing week. The people on board have been so upbeat about everything. It's been a long and trying year of travel, but travel is back here in Alaska and for cruising. And we've had a great time. We've never felt safer. Everyone on board's been vaccinated and tested before the cruise, so that was not a problem at all. We all stayed in our own little bubble here on board, had a great time, and you could just tell there was an uplifting of spirits. It's just good for the soul to get back out here and travel. This is a great way to do it, out in the fresh air, doing adventures every day, hiking, bushwhacking, kayaking, shore walks. Great way to explore Alaska.
Kelly getting food. Hey, that's from today.
That's what she was doing.